through it again, and I was blown away. Okay, I had not looked at it before. I called up my sponsor and I said, okay, is this for real? Is this too good to be true? Because this is amazing. She said, yeah, it's for real. Are they going to change it anytime soon? I don't think so. I said, all right, give me a year. I'm going to do this. And that's how I got started.
And she did.
That's amazing right there.
Woo!
I just feel sorry for your husband.
Yeah, poor guy.
I mean, you know, guy's going to school, he's working a job, he's in the bathroom, and he's thump, 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 and then he comes out and she's got a smile on, he's saying, honey, I don't need another baby, I just want to go to sleep. Oh, Brent, what was it that really got you to believe and go forward with this?
Well, for me, my dad had passed away just probably about 6 months before I found out about Plexus, and he had had diabetes, lost a leg, lost all of his toes on his other foot, and I knew that I had to do something. My wife and I were 50, 60 pounds overweight. So my cousin just came over from Louisiana one day, and she said, I've got this product, you need to take a look at it to help you. And honestly, it scared me to death because she was from Louisiana.
What's in that product?
And what's in that product? That's where I'm from, so I was a little cautious. So I asked my wife, I said, are you going to take it? She said, I'm not taking it, you take it. So I took it. It was before Christmas, and you know, where I work at our church, it's just very busy, very hectic. So I liked what I had, but we just didn't do anything with the opportunity. And at the end of the month, we had asked our kids to write out goals for the year for them, and Julie and I would do the same thing. And when we got all together, when we looked at it, one of the things that we realized that we needed to do was make a change in our life, because I didn't want to die early like my dad did. Because I had children that, I mean, I'm blessed with 3 children that we adopted from China. And, you know,
Wow.
You know, and I wanted to be around for them. So we made that decision. And another thing is I had 2 of them that were going in braces, and I needed money. So I needed $410 a month. So we started the product and immediately started losing weight, and we had a belief in the product. And that belief just sold us right away, and we started sharing with our friends and with our family, and both of us went fast start gold, you know, in the first 30 days. So the $410 we needed, we about quadrupled in our first month. So, you know, I was like, whew, I think this will work. So, you know, that's where our belief started. We started our...
Okay, so all of you seem to have started with the product in believing. I mean, you tried it yourself, you were losing some weight, you were having success with your beautiful toes. Okay.
They are now.
They are gorgeous, let me tell you. So, but nobody just has peaches and cream the whole time. So eventually you were going to hit a wall. What was the first wall you hit, and how'd you come through that?
Oh, the first thing that probably happened with me is I've hit a lot of walls, honestly. Well,
Lori.
No, I'm just thinking through this, because I'm thinking the thing is about this business, it's all about overcoming that. Every time that you hit a wall. And so I feel like for me, the walls I was probably hitting are going to be very different than because I was in a place by myself. I didn't have anybody to ask questions to, all that kind of stuff. What I see my team really struggling with, and I see everybody's team, this is pretty much covers the gamut, is comparison. It's really hard. Facebook makes it a little bit harder too, you know? You see all these rank advancements, and you see, I mean, it's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to celebrate everybody's victories, but it can make it very difficult in the same way if your journey is not going as fast. And I loved it. I think it was Celeste said yesterday that she said she said her from Plexus start time was very fast, but she felt like she'd been building her network for 37 years. And the comparison is probably the biggest one that I see my team struggle with. Another thing is blaming. And people make the mistake occasionally to get in touch with me and they want to blame their upline, and I'm like, oh, no, can't blame. You don't want to call me and blame your upline, because the fact is, you're your own upline. You're the first commander. That's universal too, I see. You're the first person to blame, and I'm not trying to tell you to blame yourself. I'm just saying, don't use blame as an excuse to stop you from your success. It's huge that you have to keep moving on, moving on, moving on. And then all of that silly, well, I want to use awful words when I talk about this, but
shut the door.
Shut the door. Things where you have to start working on yourself, hitting walls are usually about yourself. It's almost always. You feel like your team's not growing, your team's not doing this, nobody will show up at your events, nobody, and the truth is, you probably need to get a great book, you probably need to watch a great video, you probably need to put your phone down for a while, walk away from it, go on a date with your husband, go on a date with your wife, you need to go outside and spend some time with kids, because we live up here, it's all up here. The other biggest thing that I see people, when I go do big trainings, when I start talking about this, it's like the room just gets totally different, because I think this is something that everybody deals with, and that's harboring resentment or not being able to forgive people for things. And I'm not talking about within your business. I'm talking about your mom. I'm talking about your best friend from high school. I'm talking about people who have hurt you and you don't necessarily realize that it pertains to your business. And I'm telling you, he was talking earlier about we struggle. The struggle is universal. Everybody's struggling. We look at on Facebook and we try to compare what we're going through with other people's highlights, because that's what they post about. People don't want to listen to the misery, you don't want to read about people's misery. So I get it that everybody just puts the good things out there. But the struggle is everyone. We all have awful things from our childhood. We have people that don't deserve our forgiveness. And I see people on my team who actually take that to heart and they forgive people. Sorry. I see little green buds in their whole life, not just their business. It completely changes people. It completely changes your life if you can learn how to forgive people and move past. I tell sometimes that it's like you make the decision, if you're not going to forgive somebody and you want to get from point A to point B, you just have to picture that person wrapped around your ankle on the ground, and you're going to have to drag them with you all the way. They don't even know that they're being drugged. They don't care. But the thing is, it's going to stop you from being able to get where you need to be. It may take a lot of prayer, may take counseling and therapy, it may just take a lot of crying or whatever, but it's the biggest thing I see people, once they can get past and forgive, it's the biggest thing that you can do.
I'm going to give you 2 books along that line. One is more of a secular book called Winning a Bigger Game of Life by Tom Houck. He happens to be my personal mentor that I talked about the other day. You can pick it up on Amazon. Another one that really is powerful is written by a man named Andy Stanley. He's just a phenomenal teacher. And it's called Enemies of the Heart. And it will penetrate in a very deep way for what you're talking about. Because until you get rid of those resentments and stuff, when you're talking to other people, you'll picture one of the people that you resent, hate, jealous of, have guilt over. It doesn't matter what it is. So, Lori, that was phenomenal on that. I really like that. I don't know how you can top that one, girl.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, we might need to go to the next question. I think I can piggyback and be really quick on that. I think my 2 biggest stumbling blocks, one was at the beginning, me being worried about what other people thought about me, being in a network marketing business. and limiting, who I got the word out to, because what if I'm seeing people say they don't want to see people talk about Plexus anymore. I don't want to make people upset, and I don't want, so that, I think, and I do think it stunted my growth to a certain extent until I was finally able to go, yeah, I work for a great company with great products and that. So I limited myself by doing that. And then the comparison was huge. And I think, it's a daily struggle for everybody. It's one of those things where I never really, you kind of know what your struggles are a little bit. And I thought, I don't have a jealousy issue. I've never been really jealous when people have a big car, nice house. I was like, I'm above that. I did not realize I was jealous until I joined Plexus. It was so weird. All of a sudden, I at the beginning, really and truly, this is kind of humbling to say in front of people, but I could not get on Facebook on the 25th or the 28th of the month because I was so jealous of people ranking up, and I felt like I was working hard and they were doing it faster than me, and that wasn't fair. And it did, and until I recognized, oh my, this is a heart issue that's been buried for 38 years, So, it's kind of funny what you learn about sales, and there's so many ups and downs. I've never done sales before, but knowing that, I've been in the consulting business, so it's you work hard and you get this. With sales, you can work hard and you don't necessarily get the results. So it's definitely been a growth journey and all that. So I think I've probably been my biggest stumbling block. I probably still am. I'm working on it, but now with Lori's counseling, I'm better.
You're feeling better already.
I'm double diving next week, baby.
Feeling
Man, I'm not sure if I can add just too much to what you all said, because I definitely agree. I was going to say comparison. It's the greatest thief of joy. That is for sure. And that's with anything in life. That's not with just Plexus. Comparison is the greatest thief of joy. And I definitely think that I was my own worst stumbling block. Plexus has most definitely highlighted my weaknesses and my strengths, but it's definitely highlighted my weaknesses. But I look at that as an opportunity to grow. And I feel like before I started Plexus, for probably several months, I actually remember oftentimes, this is a little humbling to say too, God, will you just show me how you can use me, and what is my purpose, and what do you have for me? I want to grow, I want to change, put something in my life to stretch me, and boy did he. I'm telling you. And this has definitely been a growth journey for me, 100%. And just learning, and I still struggle with it, sure, but just learning that this truly is my own journey. And when I got to that point, it changed my business, because I really did put my blinders on, and I stopped looking at so-and-so who started the same day I did and went gold in 3 days. And I stopped looking over here at a diamond that I was like, I'm never, ever gonna make it there. I should just quit, right? I had to get past those inner struggles. And when I was able to work through some of those, that's when I saw a lot of growth, personally, of course, and also in my business.
That is powerful. Art Williams used to tell us all the time, all you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is enough. And if you don't compare yourselves to anybody else, you just compare yourself to you. And just keep saying, all I can do is all I can do, but all I can do is enough. And really do something. Don't just sit back watching TV. That makes a big difference.
And I was actually praying this morning, just coming here and being nervous and these people. I was like, you know what, God? I don't have to be so-and-so. I don't have to be so-and-so. Make me the best Tamara. Woo!
Try and top that. Go ahead.
I'm the emerald in the group. These guys are the superstar diamonds, and I think comparison is a hard thing to do. And there's been different roadblocks along mine and my wife's journey in the business, but I guess probably our biggest roadblock was a personal tragedy that happened to us back in August. And these guys know about it, and there's a few people in the room that know about it, but it was something that just locked up our business, and my wife literally shut down for months. And it was tough. It's tough to go through something that happens negatively in your family, and you want to protect your family.